Hello. I am the storyteller of this game. I will be controlling what you see and what you hear. Sit back and enjoy my tale of our intrepid ne'er-do-wells. We're about to enter the Sea of Thieves, a place of lawless pirate crews and grand adventures. A place where stories are born, the sort of tales real pirates would tell aboard their ships during those long, dark nights at sea. Tales of plunder and peril, curses and krakens upon the Sea of Thieves. All the old legends are true. Your pirates will have their own stories, and you will be the ones to tell it, but that does not mean everything will go your way. Whenever your pirate tries to do something important, we will be using dice to see where the story goes next. The dice do not dictate the specific outcome. They show us how well or how badly things went. A good result will let you narrate your moment of triumph. And if you get a bad result, well, it happens. But pirates soon learn to roll the punches. The game has rules, of course, but when do pirates care too much about those? Instead of reading books and stuff before playing, we're going to set sail and figure it out as we go. All will become clear, or not. The Sea of Thieves is calling us. Here we go.
Alright, well, hi guys, I'm Kitty Has Claws. I'm Mixer's indie game streamer. I stream mostly indie games and survival games and a lot of Sea of Thieves, mainly because that's my happy place. So doing this is very exciting for me. I run a very sassy Discord. I run the Crusade and the Crusade stream team as well, which is a group of admin, which Helios is a part of. And I appreciate him very much for being a part of that. And we teach streamers how to better themselves through streaming. Because streaming is not all about just turning on a camera and go. There's fine-tuning your craft, and even partners need to fine-tune their crafts. That's what we do. I also... I don't know. I do a lot of things. But mostly I love helping others and playing video games. That's me.
I am Helios. I've gone by Helios for 22 years now. I started D&D when I was a young kid at 8. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even joking with you. I was introduced at D&D at 8. And on Mixer, I am a partner streamer that focuses mostly on esports and indies. And that might be a very odd combination for some people that hear about it, but the community that has wrapped around the tavern, which is what the community is called in my chat, has embraced the idea that we can be competitive, friendly, and still explore brand new horizons and indies all at the same time. So if you're into esports or indie games and you really like extremely weird but goofball stream, that's definitely something to come check out the tavern sometime.
Hi, my name's X314, otherwise Xpie. I've been streaming for quite a few years and always been a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons games as well. Been a variety game streamer. I don't stream full time, I just stream whatever I can, and right now in most cases it's mainly playing Sea of Thieves. But as we go along, whatever game comes to my interest, and I stream when I can.
And I am Mixer's Cowboy Pirate. I am a Red Dead Redemption Sea of Thieves content creator. I am also part of the curator crew over on Rare's Sea of Thieves channel. I do a lot of interesting things over there. I'm having to redo this. But being a lover of Sea of Thieves, this RPG is in my wheelhouse. I am looking so forward to this.
Yeah, but definitely for all the D&D players, for all the your pirate life, I've been D&D, awesome. For all the D&D players, this is going to bring reminiscence of a Dungeons and Dragons game. You are definitely going to see differences, as in there's no stats, there's no like real big skills like you really are going to like see. But this game is definitely a very simple but effective game for everything, for anything that you would consider role-playing and Dungeons & Dragons and everything. So as you go along on this with us, you guys are going to see this is absolutely phenomenal, and we've got a chance a couple times to actually dive into it during this week and get to really experience it, and I think you guys are going to see you're in for a treat. This is a really cool game.
But what the best part about this is that it's made for beginner players. So if you've never played a role-playing game of any kind, this is a great way to start off. And once we're done with this, like next weekend, I'm going to teach Kitten how to play this. It's going to be that easy that literally anyone can do this. Before the game even begins, you want to pull out your pirate ledger. Now this ledger is where you are going to put all of your personalized pirate information that you will be using within the game. Everything from your personality traits, to your name, to your weapons, supplies, and your banked wins. We will go into the personality trait cards in a little bit once we get further into the game. Now in the weapons, you can choose to be using 2 of the 4 weapons. They are the cutlass, the Eye of Reach, the blunderbuss, and the pistol. Do note that when you are holding these weapons, you cannot be holding a treasure chest or a skull. You can either be holding one or the other. In the supply section, you'll see that you have 4 small squares. You can hold the cannonballs, your bullets and gunpowder, your banana, or a plank of wood. As you go through your journey, you will be able to negate some problems that will come along by using these supplies. Your dice, your special skeleton dice, will give you different outcomes to situations that may arise in your adventure. You may have wins or victories or even the special treasure chest. Just make sure you do not roll the skull, because that is when problems will happen. Do take note that you will only start the game with 2 dice. As your character levels up, you will be adding more dice to the mix. In the hold, this is an area where you can bank your victories. For example, if you roll a treasure chest, that would be considered 2 victories. And if you only needed 1, you can save 1 in the hold for later. Within the gold section, this is where you are going to be hoarding and storing your gold for things that you would like to buy later, such as a bigger ship or other mysterious things within the game. The inventory section is everything that your pirate will be carrying on them at all times within this role-playing game. So feel free to take advantage of what you have and use it. Now that your ledger is all filled up, we shall begin.
You are crew members, my illustrious pirates, aboard the Maiden's Rest, a galleon run by Captain Sills. Norwich. He is tall with dark bags under his eyes and a gray grizzly beard cut shorter than his long dark hair. You are somewhere in the Caribbean, and ahead of you, the storm clouds look dark red as if they were angry at you. Rain pours down, waves pound against your ship. You hear the cracking of wood, the ripping of sails, the cracking of thunder, and the flash of lightnings around you. Behind you, a galleon, brigantine, and a sloop are just out of cannon range, but obviously trying to catch you. That's because the captain betrayed them all and stole the loot from your last voyage. To Captain Seals, this shows he's just a better pirate than all of them. The enemy ships are probably why he has steered the ship right into a horrible storm. Our crew must man their stations. But first, who are our crew?
So my name is going to be Darwin Dareen. I get Ghost Hand from a nice little voyage that I used to have, where my hands just couldn't stop picking at my fellow crew's pockets. I like to call myself brave, but sometimes bravery doesn't do the job.
I am Miss Catherine Longclaw Purrington. And while I may not be able to roll my R's, I can definitely roll my I's.
My name's Dave Two-Beard Grimm. It's because anything and everything that I do, I always reward myself with 2 beers.
Captain Celius has been fighting the helm for a while now, but has begun lashing the wheel in pace to main course. The storm is turning red and almost looks like a sunset. But it's only midday. "Ignore the cannons, you filthy dogs," says Celius. "Full sails, angle them to catch the wind. We're going to make it for sure." Then he heads below deck. You do not know what he means by make it. But Celius gets very angry when the pirates do not follow orders. Okay, crew, here is your problem. The sails are at half-mast, and you have a slew of ships coming behind you. Your first problem, you have to make sure the sails are at full and into the wind. This is a 3-4 problem.
Now, when you say 3-4 problem, what do you exactly mean by that?
Well, your 3-4 problem is this. You have to get 3 victories in 4 turns. If you do not get this, something terrible might happen. But who knows what will happen aboard the Sea of Thieves.
Of course we'd be chased by these gallywags. Ugh. I'm gonna go to the front of the mast. I got this. It's okay. Oh, it seems my hand has slipped. I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Well, it seems that the rope has broken on your sails and is dangling overboard. Not only do you have to fix the sails, you must fix this rope. And this rope, too, now is a 3-4 problem.
So I'm going to run up and I'm going to push Darwin Ghost Hands aside and be like, you need real human hands or cat-like reflexes in order to catch this rope.
Be my
Ooh.
guest, man.
Do I use 2 dice or 3 dice?
You use 2 dice to control
Okay.
this outcome.
Okay. And I have a treasure chest and I believe a win. That's the skull with the 3 circles.
You have a victory, and the treasure chest is a victory times 2.
And I just kind of roll my eyes at Mr. Ghost Hands and purr at him.
Sometimes my hands get slippery. I can't help it.
I've noticed.
Ah, but you only gotten the rope to fix the sails. The sails are still down. What are you going to do?
I'm going to jump in and lower the sails to get us going in the direction we need to go. That would be absolutely nothing. 3 and a 3.
Ah, this is getting me terrible, my friends.
This is why you
lower-
have a woman on board, because she's the one that can take care of everything.
Madam, I'm gonna need you to step aside for a second. I got this.
Be my guest. Second time's the charm.
I'm gonna get these sails down, and once I get these sails down, you're gonna see I can handle my own mast. Got a 4 and a 3. Got 1 victory.
You seem to have lowered 2 of those sails. The back sail is still down. And the galleon, the brigantine, and the sloop we're catching. You got to get these sails down, or the captain will be really cross.
That's okay. I've got this. I'm gonna go to the back of the ship and I'm gonna lower those back sails with my tail. Ooh. Ooh. I've got a skull and a victory.
Ah. What do we do? You have enough victories to win this, but you have taken a fault. You seem to have the sails down, but holes are starting to appear in your ship below deck.
Seems we take on water now. Problem after problem, apparently.
Apparently so.
Well, maybe you should do something about it.
Well, I will
Mr.
go
Grimm.
ahead and run down to start repairing the holes.
Oh wait! I didn't tell you the problem. This is a 2-3 problem.
And you're keeping track of all these numbers, correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. Because I'm rolled.
Mr. Grimm, I say you head downstairs and use those mugs of yours to plug up the holes. We'll take care of the masts here.
I can do that.
But what will you drink from?
And as I decided to run off, I just have fallen down the stairs. I rolled a 2 and a 1. So there I go.
Oh, no.
So
Now-
one,
Now, Mr. Two Beers, here is a predicament. You seem to have gotten the skull. Do you use one of your equipment, or do you lose a victory? But think of this, you have no victories in your stockpile.
I can do my banana.
Ah.
so what's going on right now, folks, is every single time you roll a 1, you have an option.
Skull.
Or the skull, and in Kitty's case, because she has the actual awesome, amazing dice that they sent. Super jealous. What happens is when you roll a skull or a 1 with the actual anchor, it gives the player a choice to either take an injury, use one of their supplies, which you see in the middle of the actual board here that we have. Use one of the supplies to negate
The related supply.
the latest supply, exactly, to negate it, or completely and utterly fail and pursue another problem that happened to come up. So the last 2 times that we rolled a 1, we've actually chosen to take another problem, and which we you out to defeat. But right now, because X5 actually ran down the stairs and forgot to tie his shoelaces, he's going to use his banana to negate the effects of the negativity. So it's gone, but that means he can't use that supply again until he refills the supplies. Did you see the man fall down the stairs? Do I have to do it all?
Hey!
That's because he didn't have his 2 beers yet.
Excuse me, madam, did you not see him slide down the stairs on a banana peel? That is ridiculous. Absolutely. I cannot do that. We have pirates behind us. Let us get these masks over.
I can't believe you just called me a madam.
Get used to it. As my character goes and tries to turn the sail, he gets the sail turned, but there's a problem. I rolled a 5 and a 1.
Oh, with the winds tearing through these sails with such ferocity, one of the sails rips. You have to fix the sail, and you still have the hole in the bottom of the ship to fix. The sail is a 3-4 problem, and you're still on a 2 problem. The hole.
What do we make these sails out of? Underwear? God.
What is our biggest problem? Our most dire problem, Lore Master?
The most dire problem is you have one hole in the ship. Now, that is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the sail. If you do not get that sail fixed, the 3 ships will catch up to you, and they will want to sink you.
Well, I don't like going in water. I mean...
So your choice is to fix that hole and be caught up by the other ships, or fix the sails first so you have the speed to get away from the
I am
ship.
going to fix the sails. That is a chest and a win.
So you got your 3 victories.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight in our Sea of Thieves role-playing game tabletop adventure. Of course, there is so much more to be seen and to be heard, but we don't want to spoil this adventure for you. Join us on our own social media platforms, and we will tell you more tips and tricks on how to play this game. But until then, we bid you adieu.
Enjoy the Caribbean, love.